Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. What's going on, boys?
What up?
You guys can't see us. Oh no, you can see us. We can't see us right now. Nope,
We can't
not,
see
not,
us.
nope, nope, not what I want to do. Hold on one second, everyone. I'm just trying to make it so that way me and Andre can see us.
Hey, yo.
What's going on, everybody? Let me fix this camera. Everything is driving me nuts today. Now it's too fucking high. I might be too high. All right, here we go.
Get a selfie stick.
Okay, then.
Sorry, guys, we were a little late on the show today. We had a bunch of things going on, so I'm pretty much just trying to get everything organized. We had a problem with our stream OBS, so that is all set now. Well, it's not the OBS's fault. It's actually my fault. So
It's always OBS's fault. You never blame yourself. It's always OBS's fault.
I always blame myself.
No. Always blame OBS. See, that is rule number one. You always blame OBS.
Get away with it.
Yeah. So so we have a lot going on. We have Andre back from his awesome, amazing, incredible, I'm so jealous E3 experience. Welcome back, Andre.
Thank you, my brother.
We're gonna get heavily into that in a little bit. And if it's hot in here, don't worry. I did put the AC on, so that should be kicking.
Oh no, I'm good. I dealt with heat in LA.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably been dealing with a whole lot of heat. So I'm gonna test the volume on our computer over here and see. Yeah. Okay. Good. We actually have sound. So I want to make sure that our sound was good. So
Yay.
So I think we're good. Talk for me, Kyle. I just want to make sure that the thing's picking you up.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's picking you up. It's definitely picking you up.
Was that a good test?
Yes, it was.
I was making sure.
Yeah, good. All right, cool. We're all good with sound. What's going on, Matt? Matt in the chat said, "Don't blame OBS, Kyle. They are stable enough to run."
That's some bullshit. OBS's fault all the time.
It's always.
All the time.
Old BS.
Always. Always.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
OBS, old bullshit.
Old BS.
So, few things I wanted to talk about. We're gonna our big topic. We will run a little bit later if Andre can. Andre was actually.
I'm chilling today, man.
Andre was early today.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't ready. Like, I woke up. I woke up really late. I work overnights and took a nap. And the nap turned a little bit longer than what I anticipated, and just the pile of all the things I was supposed to do today kind of just collapsed. And then the show not being ready on OBS made it even worse. So, so we'll make up for the time.
I'll be honest. I wasn't early by choice. I was early because my body still has not adjusted to the time zone difference.
Oh, that's understandable.
So I got here thinking that the show was actually at 5, and like my mind is still not calculated time yet. I've been doing this all week, dude. Like I've been doing this all week. I'm getting my kids up for school, and I'm like, they're not even in school.
Yeah, it's like summertime, bro.
Yeah, like my mind's just 3 hours makes a difference. Let's just say that 3 hours makes a difference.
Are you saying that your body isn't ready, Andre?
It's not. My body is not ready for nothing right now. I can't function straight yet, man. I'll never probably go out that way again.
Really, that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's really weird, dude.
Oh,
really
wow.
Damn.
Well, forget what we were going to discuss after the show then. But anyway.
No, we can. Oh, that's right. I forgot we were going to talk about that, huh? We can.
Which we gonna still talk about that.
Hey, by the way, now that E3 is over, is it appropriate that I can start the other countdown?
Yes, because Kind of Funny is doing it, so we can do it too. Damn it.
Oh.
Actually, no. I don't think it's Kind of Funny. It was
What's good?
Bomber Game or Game Bomb.
Somebody's doing it.
Yeah. So I added another podcast on my list, and they're pretty big. So I think they're like the biggest podcast or something like that.
I can get a drum roll again. We thought we were done with the drum rolls for the year.
No, we're never.
The drum rolls will always keep rolling.
You know what? I'm still gonna look for that drum roll sound effect.
Yeah, so you can press that.
Yeah,
button.
I'm gonna do it on here.
That'd be fire.
Hell yeah.
So, how many days we got left to next E3?
I'm not talking about next E3.
Oh, you're talking about PAX West.
Yes.
We're not going to next E3.
Go ahead.
Are you ready, Cal?
Drum roll, please. I can't believe I'm doing this. We are currently 70 days 18 hours, 4 minutes, and 52 seconds until PAX West
About to
2019.
say ECU faster. The PAX West. West.
I did that on purpose.
Oh, man. How you feeling about it, Kyle? Like, I mean, how you feeling about West?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. It's gonna be fun time.
Oh, yeah.
All the big wigs are gonna be there. I'm going to Redmond one of the days, Redmond, Washington, because that is where Nintendo of America is located. So
Of course, of course.
I gotta run over there and take a quick pic in front of the building.
But you go inside and just tell them that they need to hire you now.
Yeah, I'll probably walk inside. They'll probably boot me out immediately.
That's okay.
Well, who the hell are you?
You'll be on the news.
I'll just walk out.
Oh man, now my phone's acting up.
Just everything.
Oh,
today.
jeez.
What the hell? Yeah, so that's going to be an exciting time. I really had plans on really trying to go this year, but that's not going to work out for me. So, but we have other plans which we will share with Andre after the show.
All right.
So, but anyways, so let's get right into a few things. There's a lot of things that I want to bring up before we get into the E3 talk, because the E3 talk is going to be a good portion of our conversation. So, so the first bit of conversation is this Oculus Quest. So I've been doing a lot of research because here at the lounge we are going to do a serious overhaul of VR at some point soon. So I've been shopping my options and things that I'm going to do and what way I want to go. And the first thing I express to you guys is, this VR solo thing, I just don't see it working out because that's just way too much power. I think I'm about to eat my words because I've been doing a lot of research, especially with online, and this Oculus Quest is absolutely incredible. This thing is phenomenal.
It's been killing it.
All you need is your phone to attach to it to get it going so you can get your library, and that way you can tell it what game you want to play, and that is it. And then from there, like, they said it, like, this does not compare to, like, the Pro or anything that you would use the computer. I think I'm still confused on this because there's the Oculus Quest and then there's the Oculus Rift S. And the Oculus Rift S is the newer one, but it's supposed to be like equivalent to the Vive Pro. So I could be a little bit wrong because there's also the Oculus Go, which is without the controllers, but that's attaches to your phone too. But that's supposed to be like the bare minimum. So the Oculus Go Quest. Right now, the big game that I'm a huge fan of, you guys already know, is Beat Saber. And they had that. That was the first game they showed. I think that is the most popular VR game. And I knew it would be from the very first time that I seen the game. I was like, oh, this game is going to be everything.
I remember when you seen it.
I was huge because I'm into rhythm games. So because I'm so into rhythm games, that's what attracted me to it immediately. So from there, when I actually got to play it, I was like, this is absolutely incredible. Like, this is the best rhythm game I have ever played my entire life. Questionably one of the best VR games I've played in my life. Because I really like Firewall right now. Firewall is really good, especially with the gun. It's awesome. So with saying that, they were very smart with putting that game in. That game doesn't demand much, and to have that free roam with no wire in that game and not have to worry about a sensor. Right now, PlayStation has a lot of bugs with that game. Like, my wand just disappears and floats off to Never Never Land. I don't know why. So, with having that, and it's only $300. It's $300, $400.
There's 400 and
400.
there's a 500 one.
Yeah, that's only $400.
I said the same thing. It comes with 10 games, too.
And it's everything. So it comes with games? When you spend the $400, it comes with games?
The 500 one does. That's what separates them.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's like...
I seen the reviews on it. I agree with you. I seen the reviews and I was like, now if I didn't have that coupon I'm about to use on the PS, then I would have been getting the Quest. But now that I have the coupon, I'm going to get the PSVR. But to get that, and then I seen it, like you just said, it works flawlessly, man. Like, the dude just took it out the box, put it on. He goes to play Beat Saber. He's showing how everyone was worried if the power, like you said, everyone was worried, which rightfully so. It doesn't lag, but it goes perfect with it, man.
Yeah, the graphics, they showed some of the games, and some of the games, like the zombie game. Like, dude, it's fantastic.
I'm proud of them for this. This is big.
And I'm just surprised. Like, I know a lot of people give Oculus a lot of credit, but I'm gonna tell you, HTC Vive blew away anything Oculus had, and that's why the Vive was so much money. That thing is they said is clearly the best. Like that is the professional version of any VR thing. So, but we were all stuck in the world of at one point in time Oculus was the one and only option you had in the beginning of the game. So I'm glad to see them do this because to me it puts them back in my light. Like Oculus, everyone knows who Oculus is. If anything, some people confuse the Vive being a part of Oculus because Oculus itself as a big company.
Yeah.
No one really knows HTC being involved in it unless you're a hardcore gamer. So in my mind, always like if I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna buy the Vive. That was always my vision. If I'm gonna spend money, I'm buying the Vive. The Vive is the best thing out there. I want the best for the VR
Yeah.
by all means. But Oculus. I've used Oculus in the past, and I was never really fully satisfied with them. But not that the equipment sucked. It's just like if I'm going to spend this type of money, I want to make sure it's good. So with saying that, now with them going this step with this, like I am generally impressed. It's very hard to impress me with hardware, especially VR world. I am super impressed with this.
Yeah. A lot of people say the same thing you said. All the reviews I've seen, especially Beats, like you said, I'm with you with Beat Saber. I just want to play freaking Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber is if you're looking to get into the VR world and you're not too sure where you sit with it, let Beat Saber be the first game you play.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Because Beat Saber doesn't have to deal with all the motion stuff, so that's great. So you don't have to worry about it. Spark is another one. Spark is a fantastic game for play. If you like Tron and you want to be a part of like the VR world and feel like you're a part of the VR world and being like a sports like a setting, like Spark is the way to go. Spark is awesome.
Yeah.
Have you played Spark yet? Oh, so
I haven't played Beat Saber yet. I've seen everybody else play Beat Saber.
I'd let you try it here, but dude, you get more mad just about the one not working right.
Because they had a tournament at E3 for Beat Saber, and you got to see the people on stage battling each other.
Oh God!
I would have loved that.
That's when I was sold. Like
I would have loved that.
And the winner got like some really cool prizes, man. And they were just.
Were they sick nasty?
It was
Yeah.
a little girl. It was a little girl that won. It was a little girl from Japan. And
Of course.
She was next. Dude, she was next level. And it was funny because the guy she was versing, he was and sweating and stuff. She's like.
All right, so let me tell you about this game,
They
right?
They got them swords down though.
Yeah.
Beat Saber makes you feel like you're a Jedi Knight.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How you feel in the game is nothing how you look in reality. I can tell you that right now. Like you feel fantastic in the game, right? You're you're in the game and you're like, oh man, I look so dope right now. People are looking at me, and I watched the live video. Like go back in my personal streams on Facebook because I streamed it a few times. I look like an absolute moron, and I'm a guy like, I'm not somebody to talk shit. Like I'm by no means a professional dancer, but like I like to say that I'm good with rhythm, and that's a lot to do with my skin tone, my skin pigmentation. But I'm very good with rhythm. Like I really enjoy dancing. So I say I'm a guy with rhythm. Holy shit, do I look like I look like a mess when I play that game. But let me tell you though, I don't care because I feel fantastic playing that
But that's
game.
that's the only downside to the Quest VR. The VR when you play Beat Saber or anything else, other people can see the TV what you see.
Yeah.
But with the Quest, you're the only one that can see that. There's no TV hookup.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's true.
So you're sitting in there
Yeah.
like if you got friends over or something, it's like to you it's amazing, you know what I mean? But to them it's like
Give me 6 hours and I'll figure it out.
yeah.
I'll make it work.
You got to because I feel like it doesn't it's nowhere as fun as if your people can't watch you, beating y'all competing for high scores. So that's the only downside for me for the Quest thing because I'm like, there's no TV hookup at all. Like this is just bare bone. Like put it on, let's go. So yeah, the tournament was really fun to watch. I actually wasted time watching that tournament when I could have been in line earlier to go see Cyberpunk. But I got so caught up, I just went by and I heard what's the name of that song? That Gangnam Style. And I don't even like that song.
Oh God.
I don't even like that song. But I seen them on stage and how fast they was going. I was just like, why don't I have this game yet? And I love rhythm-based games. I'm like, Van, like I love
The PlayStation
rhythm-based
library is nowhere near as big as the PC. I'm wondering what Oculus is going to do with their library, if they're going to use the PC library. The PlayStation, they just started to add more content to it. So, but the library for the PC is absurd. Like it's huge.
Oh God. Yeah.
There's like So when I first started playing, there was only one song I continuously played, and I fell in love with it. So I played it all the time. And then I was like, okay, I really need to venture to another song. So I started venturing, and now my song selection is up to like 5 songs that I
How do
really
you how do you
enjoy
get songs? Do you have to pay for them, or they're in it?
they're in it. The games are already in it.
Okay.
But then there are song packages that you do.
Okay.
Monster Cat. If you're not familiar with Monster Cat is a group of EPM music. And I discovered them on YouTube, and I think that's really where they got a lot of their popularity. And now they added Monster Cat packs, which is really really cool because their songs, like if you like EDM,
That's that.
yeah, it's not like as serious as that. Like that's a bit extreme. Like that is more dubstep than anything. But it's along that line. It's very synthesized, but
I would have to buy
it's
that.
better.
I would have to buy that.
I think EPM, it's either EPM or EDM. I can't remember. But that music to me is a lot easier to listen to casually. Like you don't feel like you have to take acid and be in a club and listen to that music. You know,
glow sticks and everything.
Yeah,
I'm getting
Like at the friggin' what the hell was the Predator party?
Oh.
I went to a PAX East. My God.
That's every Predator party.
Oh yeah, God, that was literally the whole thing was just technology.
Yeah. Now, most of the PAX parties are like that. That's why we kind of slowed down going to PAX parties because we just realized, okay, we really can't get into this music. Like when it's good, but it's not even good ones. That's the bad part.
No, it just sounds the same after.
Yeah.
After like 5, you're like, yep, this sounds exactly
But
like the last
there's good EPM music though. There's like really really good EPM, and it's just when you play the old dubstep, that's just at that point in time when dubstep first came out, everything was the same. It's evolved a lot through time. So I'm a general music lover. Like I just love all music. Like you'll be listening to Billy Ray in my car. Next time song comes in, you could be listening to Tupac, and it will just go right to Jonathan Butler. If you know any of those guys.
I'm the same way. I mix it up.
So
long story short, I'm getting the VR this Saturday. I will have Beat Saber Saturday.
Cool.
I finally get to play it. So
be careful. Like you need a lot when it comes to PS4 to make that work. A lot of things affect it. So and so I watched the open box of the Oculus Quest, and I love it because they make you map out your area and use the controller.
Yeah, you actually that was cool. I seen that.
Like I seen the best review, and I was just like, this is awesome. Like he really got into it. Like I might even follow the guy's channel, and that's not me. Like I don't follow people's channels.
Probably the same guy I watched. Since you said
Black
that.
guy.
Yeah, because I seen him do the and then he cut his thing in the floor, and it monitors. It lets you don't need a sensor because it's built in.
It's AR.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
Anyone that doesn't know what AR is, augmented reality. So it's cameras on your sensors, and that's the way that everyone's going now.
Then it has the headphones built in.
Yep.
Now they have the headphones.
Yeah, it's a little thing.
That was cool, man. Yeah, it was the same guy. We watched the same guy.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
So, I just wanted to bring that up, and I wanted to wait for you to bring that up because it was something that I always like going back and checking myself on certain things. That's why, like, my plan is to go back and play a lot of these games. I don't know if you were on the show. Was Andre here when me and you got into like how bad? Like I brought it up in the past. I want to go back, but like how I want to do Watch Dogs series because like I don't like Watch Dogs, and I want to give it another shot to see.
No, I was here. You said you want to go.
Where I've matured in life, I want to see.
I was shocked you said Watch Dogs. That's what I was shocked at.
So, so I'm gonna beat it. Like that's my goal. It's like okay, I'm not gonna like it. I know my perspective is gonna change, but I do want to beat it.
So you can actually, when you give that opinion, you can say it's more valid. Your opinion becomes more valid when you play a game and it sucks. You can say this game sucks, and then someone says, "But did you see the ending?" It's like it sucks.
So again, I'm listening to my podcast. I always listen to Kind of Funny.
Kyle, what are you doing?
I'm just writing down the games that Van's gonna have to beat that he's not gonna like. All right, we can add Watch Dogs along with Wind Waker.
I remember. That's why I remember it because I remember you saying Wind Waker and all that. I think that'd be cool if we all played a game we really don't like.
I'm telling Brittany, man.
That we don't like?
Yes.
If we all did it?
If we all did a challenge of beating a game we really hate, like me having to play.
Then I should just add Gears Judgment to the Gears-a-thon.
Yeah, but like Gears Judgment and me playing Dynasty Warriors.
Wait, does it have to be a game that I've never beat?
A game that you just never wanted to play, like you just don't like.
What up, Miguel?
Oh, so all right, so no, because we have to set boundaries to this. Does it have to be a game that we just refuse to play? We never played it before.
A game we refuse to play.
Okay, so that means it has
you guys
to be
keep talking. I'll be right back.
It has to be a game we never played before, then.
Okay.
Oh boy.
For me, it's Dynasty Warriors. I don't even need to fight or talk. For me, it's playing Line Nasty Warriors.
I should make you play Dynasty Warriors 7 then.
Oh, you're gonna really see. That's trying to kill me though. That's different. I was gonna say maybe 4 or 5.
No. You're gonna play 7 because 7's the one you talk the most shit about.
Is that the open world one they just made?
Yup.
Oh!
Oh my god. Which means you better go get a capture card again and stuff. You're streaming it.
I can't play 7, Kyle. Let's forget this whole law and rule.
Oh yeah?
I can't. 7 is the one I cannot play.
I can't even think of one. I'm sure there's a bunch of them that I'm just like, I refuse to play. I mean, I guess Animal Crossing. Well, no, I tried Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is another game I cannot stand, but
I'm gonna give the new one a college try.
I'm gonna give it a try too.
I'm not gonna lie. I will give it a college try because I know a lot of people who are gonna get it and are very hyped, and I'm like, it's not my type of game, but you know what? The Switch has been my system of experimentation.
I'm gonna try it.
I picked up Zelda again. I'm trying Zelda again.
Breath.
Yeah.
Especially after finding out there's a 2.
Yeah. In the mission that I'm at, I just decided that I'm gonna quit it. Like I don't do that. I'm not a quitter. Okay. In life, I don't quit things. Okay. So I refuse to quit this mission. I am sick of my goddamn sword breaking and getting killed in the same fucking spot all the time. I'm quitting. I'm quitting. Apparently, I am in somewhere that I shouldn't be. I don't know and I don't care. I don't even know.
I'm gonna tell you now. Don't not be like my brother and think because you get the Master Sword that you're not gonna break your weapon, because the same thing continues.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? Because this is making me borderline not like Zelda. I'm serious. Like I'm 100% serious with this, and this is a very strong opinion that I have about this game. That's really basing my judgment on the first Zelda game I don't like, and the breaking mechanics in games frustrate the hell out of me. And I get it. You're trying to make it more like real life. I get that, and I respect it, but I don't want that. I don't want that in my Zelda games. Like I don't want to worry about my weapons breaking all the time, especially when you make them come so far and few. Like that's not what I want in my game. So like I'm gonna be honest, if Zelda 2 is gonna have the same mechanic, I'm not gonna play it. Like I'm calling it now. Like I'm not gonna play it. Like this mechanic is frustrating me so much while I'm playing it. Like I have never had this much anger with shit my kids have done. Never mind, like that's how mad I'm getting. Like I'm getting wicked mad about this, and I've never realized how much I hate the mechanic until Zelda. I really do, because it's too much thinking. Like why am I thinking? And then I gotta cook food on top of that. Like even MMORPGs isn't as bad as like with the breaking weapons. Like the upgrading weapons, I like hey, say I go into an area and they make the weapon not strong enough. Like now my weapon's not strong enough to my power. Like the old style gaming. Like I like that, but the breaking mechanic is killing me. Killing me.
I can't argue.
I feel like you're doing something wrong.
What?
No, I think
like sword breaking.
No,
like
I just think he means in general, like how you have to, in Breath of the Wild, you're continuously swapping weapons out because the damage on them.
But you can pick up a lot of shit.
No, you can, but like Van's saying.
But I don't want to fight with
sticks. Like for instance, when you get the trident spear, Kyle, you know what that is. When you get that, like you want to continue to use that. You know what I mean? Then it's like it breaks. Like I don't have a problem with it, but I can see where he's coming from with it, because it does. Zelda is more realistic than every other MMO or RPG. Zelda is more realistic than any of them.
So let me say this then. To fix this, all they had to do is that you can repair your weapon.
Yeah, like that's what they do in Assassin's Creed.
If you could do something, you're in Zelda. You're in a world where you create and craft weapons, right? But you couldn't fix a goddamn weapon that like is taking damage. Like that's like the weapon breaking isn't even real life. Like that's not even real life. Like you're trying to make it real. Like that's not even real.
In Assassin's Creed, when you use the weapon too much, it says the weapon's rusted. So we recommend for you to get it. Go to the blacksmith. So you go to the blacksmith and
that I could respect. I could respect that. But the breaking, like I can't. It's really
At first
frustrating.
I couldn't, but when I got further in the game, I started saying I can switch from this to getting a guardian weapon. Then
So,
switch from this.
spoil this for me. I really don't care. The master weapon, is it unbreakable?
No. Well, it doesn't break. It doesn't break.
The Master Sword?
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't break.
It doesn't break, but it
just has to recharge.
Yeah, it has to recharge.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like that I can tolerate. Just you're all right. So I want your honest opinion, Kyle. You're okay with the breaking of weapons?
I'm okay with it because you can pick up a shit ton of weapons in that game. That's the thing. See, the thing is, you have to manage your inventory very well to the point where you have so many weapons that if you wanted to just switch out to this weapon, like
I don't
the
want to
thing
do
is,
that.
they made. Well, no. Here's the thing. All right. So here's my rebuttal to the blacksmith. Now I'll make it quick. The thing is, like, if it tells you it's rusted, you have to go to a blacksmith to go get it repaired in order to go back to doing what you were doing. So you have to take time to go away from what you were doing to go get it repaired and then go back to what you were doing.
But with
whereas with Zelda, you grab so much stuff that you can use as weapons that you don't have to worry about that. You just continuously just fight.
But see, with that, my thing would be like, you can still continue to hold a bunch of weapons. So as it starts to rust and go, and you have to fix the blacksmith, at least you have extra ones. Like for me, like I'm getting to a point where I'm just like, I don't have any. So then, like at least you could add the teleportation thing. That like, hey, if you want to teleport to your blacksmith to do this, you can do it. Like I get now you have to go to your blacksmith, but I'd rather go to the blacksmith and break it and out.
Then that weapon's completely gone.
Dude, I pick up everything. So it's just like I'm constantly dropping and picking up because it's like, oh, this is better. But like, I just want to play the game. Like that's where I'm at with this game. Like right now is I just want to play the game. Like, and I think that's really where my frustration is. And I want guidance to like, okay, this is the next part of the mission. This is the next part of the mission. And I'm literally at a point where it's like no one's told me anything. I'm just not figured it out. And it's just like, dude, Miguel, I use the tree branch all the time for weapons because like I'm running out of swords. So it's like, oh, well, guess I'm going to the fucking tree branch. Here we go. Or the big ass axe that you're like, like, it's so frustrating and that mechanic, I think it's too much for me. Like I'm doing a mission, like I said, where I have no idea where I'm at, and like all I know is I'm going somewhere that there's a mark, and I can't get to it because everything is too strong. So obviously I'm in a zone that I shouldn't be in, which I'm okay with that. Like that type of stuff they had in the game, like I think that's fantastic. Like, hey, yo, you can go anywhere, but just know you're gonna pay if you're not strong enough. I love that. Like that is that's the way gaming standard now. Standard. That should be a standard for a game like this.
It's the best thing they added to RPGs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's too open. I feel like Zelda is too open world. Like, and you guys already know. Like, I've talked about this several times in the past. Right. There are games that are just way too open world for me. Like Vice City was open world, but guess what? The city was not as huge. Like you couldn't just get lost. I played, as you guys know, Saints Row the Third is like one of my favorite open world games. Like that world was huge, and it was fine for me. Like that was the borderline. Like I don't know. Like, and again, I'm not hating Zelda. I'm not hating it. It's just I'm really, really getting frustrated. The weapon mechanic by itself is causing me not to like that game.
No, I've talked with people at E3 about it. Like when you're sitting in a group with 10,000 other Nintendo fans, I mean, what else is there to talk about? And a lot of us discuss those things. I started learning like there's people like Kyle's, for instance, like that loves Wind Waker, and like for me loving Ocarina, whatever. I've learned how Zelda fans are being there, and I'm telling you, like everyone has their own opinion on what makes them comfortable. A lot of people don't like the weapon mechanic in Zelda, but a lot of people love that Zelda is so open world. Some people wish it was bigger, and I'm talking to people, and I'm like, I think that where it was at was enough, and they're like, well, with Hyrule being added, like we hope that now you can revisit all the old areas and stuff, and I'm cool with that. But
I'll be right back.
I'm like, I don't know if I want bigger than what that was. Like Breath of the Wild was huge, and I had no complaints about it because the world was filled, and that's what kept me with Breath of the Wild. Like even though it was a big open world, everywhere you went there was something usually when you headed that way, where other games don't do that well.
Right.
But I get, like I said, I've learned, and I got a new respect for anybody when it comes to Zelda and their format, how they like to play Zelda, because there's people I talked with. We were arguing, Kyle, like Majora versus Ocarina, or like Majora versus Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't even think Majora should be in breath with, no pun intended. Majora shouldn't even be in the same breath as Breath of the Wild. To me, that's to me though. But I get the people that support Majora and why they felt Majora was the best, and then like me saying Ocarina is the best, and then some saying Breath of the Wild was the best, and then some think that Link to the Past is the best. I mean, to me, I got to the point, Kyle, where like, opinion's opinion, man. Like I'm not, the fact that we all love Zelda, I can't, I've heard some say Wind Waker's the best, and after them talking to me about it, it's like, damn, now I want to play Wind Waker. Like, it's amazing when you run into fellow Zelda fans, man. It's amazing when you guys are all literally debating such a good series, such a good franchise, that your arguments become irrelevant because it's all about preference with Zelda. Like, I didn't like being on water. I love pirates, but I didn't like being on water in a Zelda game. But that had a lot to do with me loving to be on a horse in Ocarina. You know what I mean? Like, no Epona affected me. So anyone with Breath of the Wild, like, even Epona, when you get him, doesn't feel as relevant as he does in Ocarina or in Majora. He feels like just a horse. You know what I mean? Because the horse's stats aren't that much apart. But Ocarina, like, think God of War. God of War, the new one, is real linear as far as open world. And then Breath of the Wild is like as open as you can be.
Yeah, like God of War is open world without being open world. Like it gives you the feeling that it's open world, but it's really not. Yeah. So, and I'm okay with that. But all right, we'll move on. I don't want to stay on that too long. I don't even know where that came from, but
because you're trying to play Breath of the Wild again, and they did announce part 2.
Because you were trying to play Breath of the Wild again.
So let's get into your E3 experience. So, do you have any questions, Kyle, for him, or do you want him just to get right into it?
I think we just need to get right into
it. Yeah. So go over your story and however you want to best explain this. Please be our guest.
I don't want to do like a whole long time of me. I'm just gonna break it down to like a 5-minute piece.
Much. Dude, you're more than welcome to take as long as you want because the rest of the episode is all that. So
yeah, so I mean,
pretty much E3.
Yeah. After listening to you guys, I watched it live with you guys. Mm-hmm. After watching it, I was able to go and be blessed to be at E3, and I found a lot of stuff out. Like, if you're a regular person just trying to go to E3 and you're paying $250, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not like PAX. Where you have freedom, where you can go and play, and like you're open, you're equal. At PAX, you're equal with everybody else. Like if you got a PAX badge, you're equal like everybody else. E3, it's a whole different ball game. If you got the 250 pass, you're just a person showing up. Think Six Flags. When you go to Six Flags, you pay that ticket price, but you gotta wait in ridiculous lines, and you're sitting there hoping you can get into this, hoping you can get into that. If you don't got that $1,000 badge, you're just a regular person. Like just imagine if you go to Six Flags and you see somebody. The most aggravating thing is to be in line waiting for a ride, and then you see them people come up on the flash pass and go around you. That's exactly what E3 does. If you got that $1,000 one, you go in 4 hours before everybody else, so you already get to experience the whole entire floor. You get to meet producers. You get to do all that type of stuff. And then after, what makes it worse, it would be different if after they had to go in line like you, but what makes it worse is after them doors open up, they can repeat doing that, but going through this other lane they got for the people with the big badge.
So I'm going to make a bold comment right now, and I was going to save this for an after show talk, so that way it wasn't like, hey, I want to say something and then it doesn't happen. I'm going to make a bold comment right now. Next year, 100% PCG will be at E3 at some caliber to a point that we would actually be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to personally make sure. Like, us three, I've already talked to a few people. I think Matt might even be watching right now. Matt brought up he'd love to be a cameraman for us. That would be fantastic. Like, we're going to go down there with a team, and we're going to experience E3 to the fullest.
I tell you what, the only way I would go back to E3 is if it was something in that caliber.
Yeah. We would do it. We're going to do our show there.
Yeah.
We're going to do everything. Like, we'll be going down there to work.
I'm completely fine with that because there's no other way I would go back. Like I said, I had a great time. Don't get me wrong.
It is an industry event.
It really is. Like,
because you can experience more outside.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you didn't go to the conferences, that gotta suck.
Only conference I was able to go to was Bethesda. The other ones you had to have that pass.
Yeah.
If you didn't have that pass, you weren't getting into any.
Like the conferences. Let's be honest. The best thing about E3 is the conferences.
So you could be in that room.
That is the best thing about E3. The show floor is great, but like we're just seeing it. Like we get to see a lot of things, like that Chains game for Nintendo. By the way, on to buy list. That's my buy list.
Oh, Astral Chain?
Yeah, that's on my buy list. Okay. That game on the show floor looked fantastic. So I do enjoy the show floor stuff a lot. But that is an experience when you're there because I can watch this shit all the time. Like I don't need it to be E3 for me to watch that. Like
Yep.
so I get it. It's cool, but the conference is everything.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So the thing is, that's what I thought I was paying for. You know what I mean? Like you, we talked about it before I went. Like I'm excited because I was there way before the conferences even happened. And all that's in my mind is I get to sit in on these. No, you don't. Unless you got that $1,000, or you're an exhibitor, or you're under your media. Like you said, if we go next year, that's the only way you can do that. But just paying the $250 for the experience of sitting in line and having to pick and choose each day what you're gonna sacrifice for, it sucks because they cap. Unlike PAX, PAX didn't cap. Not when I went.
They
PAX
ca-
didn't cap like
They cap.
yeah.
Oh,
so,
they cap.
So
Yeah,
if
they
they
cap.
so if they cap, I'm pretty sure. Unlike E3, E3 caps like when the day starts. Like when the people come in. If you're not in that line for that game, like something specific, like Final Fantasy VII was there. Avengers was right next to it, and then next to that was Cyberpunk. Like they purposely set it up for you to have to pick. Like I'm doing one of these, and then like whoever was the first like 200 in that line, they would just be like, okay, for the rest of the day, there's no more time because a lot of the presentations were.
Yeah, see that's bad.
Yeah, because like
That's not how
they
PAX
were
is.
doing presentations. So like Cyberpunk was showing a 30-minute gameplay demo. 30 minutes after an hour, you know, I mean, that's two groups already. And they close
Yeah.
early. They close at 6 and 7. So they had to bang people out, and then they only had like 10-minute breaks in between. So it was like 30 minutes for Avengers, right? That's the line I went into. And then my brother went into Cyberpunk, and then my other boy did the Final Fantasy. But then the next day, I was able to play Final Fantasy, which was great. But 30 minutes, and then you watch a whole 30-minute presentation based on Avengers. Can't record nothing. They're strict about that. If your phone comes out, you literally can't go back into E3 the rest of the event. Like even if it's an emergency call, they're like because they bring you into this real dark room. They got like the actual guy that made the game, and then they have some of the voice actors that are in the game, and they like introduce you. Your hands shaking, all this. You sit down. You put on headphones. They give you a folder, and you open the folder. It's all Avengers stuff in it. Talk about the characters, their specials, their traits. And like they show the gameplay, and we got to see the cool gameplay of Avengers, which Avengers looks insane, by the way. Like it looks ridiculous. And for anyone hoping you can play the story with a friend, I'm letting you know right now you cannot, because I know a lot of people I see online are like, oh, so I can play 4-player co-op with a friend and beat the story. The main campaign cannot be beat cooperatively. It is only
Yep.
single player
Yep.
for you to balance out your 4, but they're gonna have different modes for you to do co-op. But they said they want to cover, this is going to make Van happy, which I already said, they want to cover close to the entire Marvel Universe in this game. And they said they would have constant DLC out for in-game content. They would have constant DLC to keep Avengers going through the years. And they have a big plan for this. So the fact that they're trying to have like Moon Knight and characters people don't even know about in this is really huge. Looks really good. I'm glad I sat in. They gave you some real cool stuff. But my brother went to Cyberpunk. I've already seen so much Cyberpunk gameplay that it's like I already know what that game's going to be. Now I'm just glad there's a release date, so I'm good for that. Final Fantasy VII, Van, plays unbelievable. Like, and for people that don't know, Final Fantasy VII, they kept advertising as this exclusive. It's not. It starts off on PlayStation like 6-7 months before coming to.
Something that I could have swore they were very pushy on that. It was supposed to be exclusive.
But what happened was when they first announced it, they said PS4, Xbox. This is not this one they just did.
Yeah.
But on this one during E3, they made sure they put a big emphasis on PlayStation because PlayStation put money into them promoting on there. So Final Fantasy VII is coming on PlayStation on the release date they gave. It won't be coming to Xbox or possibly Switch till like almost a year later. And I'm telling you now, if you want to play Final Fantasy VII, get it when it comes out because that game, it doesn't fight like 15. Like it fights like 15. But your slashes aren't holding.
Yeah.
In 15, you hold X, and they keep doing the moves until you let go. And 7, it's more like hack and slash, like X, 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 triangle. I mean, square, 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 triangle. So
Yeah, and I heard that there's gauges for most of your
gauges,
move.
yeah.
So it's almost, they try to keep the traditional turn-based in there in some sort of caliber, but it's not turn-based.
Final Fantasy VII, that game.
I'm telling you, this game is going to blow things out of the water.
The guy told me there. He said, I was asking how they're going to release the episodes. He was saying it's going to be like almost like the old PlayStation because he said they're going to release some more on discs, like Blu-ray discs. So I guess there's going to be a disc for each episode. So I do digital anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But for anyone that does disc, it's going to be a disc per episode. That's how big the game is. And they want to have like 6 discs to finish this game off. That's huge. I'll let you know how much plans they got for Final Fantasy VII. But that game plays so good using my dude with the gun, man. That game's a problem, man. I was glad I played
This game's going to take people's life.
It really is, man. They want, man, the guy already told me chocobo races, all that. Just redone, modernized. That's it.
Yeah, like I can't wait for Golden
boy.
Saucer. I can't even begin to explain how much hours that I burnt at Golden Saucer.
Oh, well, you about to burn some more, bro.
Yeah.
Because everything from the original they just upgraded it. So, Ubisoft, I didn't really do nothing at Ubisoft booth. They had one of the best looking. The one thing about E3 is their booths look unbelievable. Like, they look like another world when you walk in there. Like Pokemon Sword and Shield. How they did Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That game, I'm even more excited
Kyle,
for.
you would have
I
cried.
got to watch the treehouse of them playing, and oh my god.
Anyone that went to the Pokemon Sword and Shield, when you were done playing the game, a code came up on the screen for them to get an early demo and they get an exclusive Pokemon, and they don't know what it is. No one knows what it is. No one knows when the demo comes out. But they were able to scan a code when they were done. The catch to it was you had to have a Switch. If you didn't have your Switch, you couldn't do it, which I was like, that kind of sucks. Because what if I did?
You had to bring your Switch.
You had to bring your Switch because you had to do this thing where they put a barcode on their thing and they scanned your serial number. I was like, oh, because they didn't want people selling it. Because they didn't want people, like, if you got the code and you can just sell it to somebody. I was like, damn, whoever went in that line and didn't know that kind of sucked. They were just like, oh, just come back tomorrow. It's like,
that sounds like an amateur.
I didn't go play Pokemon Sword and Shield. I didn't have the time to do Sword and Shield because it was either that or Luigi's Mansion. I had to see what Luigi's Mansion was about because I'm like, it's been a while, and after watching your stream of playing it, I'm like, I gotta see what this one plays like. And it plays like butter, man. Like, no release date, but I'm thinking Halloween, Kyle. I'm thinking around Halloween time.
That's what I said. I was thinking Halloween. It might not be, but hopefully Halloween.
It kind of has to be because Pokemon's only a few weeks after. I mean, I don't know what Nintendo's going to do, but I don't think it's going to get delayed because it feels finished. Like, the game felt real good. The little green dude, Guiji, whatever his name is.
Guiji.
That's pretty cool how they added that. He's kind of creepy, but Luigi Mansion's dope. But Nintendo did, for a game as corny as Mario Sonic Olympics, they had a rock climbing competition for that. Next to it, and then they had like a surfing thing. Like, there wasn't water under you, but you had the boards. They would, like, while you were playing Mario Sonic Olympics, they had people, like, some people playing, and some people doing the activity, and the ones that can do the challenges would get like a free Nintendo shirt, a free Sega shirt. So my brother did the rock climbing one. I feel like I was too big for the rock climbing. I did the surf one, so I got a Nintendo shirt. He got a Sega shirt. But their booth was insane. Nintendo. They went all out. And that space that we were talking about before I went, them 2 big booths was Sword and Shield taken up. Like, that was all Sword and Shield. Like, yeah, that's how deep they went with Sword and Shield. And they had all the Pokemon. The starter Pokemon would, like, be hanging up on, like, a cliff so you could take a picture next to them and all that stuff. But theirs was really good. Without PlayStation being there, they still had a big presence because there was so much other companies that had PlayStation set up. And you could just go and play, like, certain games.
They talked to Phil, and Phil was just like, yeah, he's like, it's not the same without Sony.
Yeah, and he's right. I mean, if Sony was there, I know where they would have been at, so it would have been kind of cool because Nintendo was left in their own area, and there was really nothing else there beside, like, PC, a lot of PC stuff. Like, everything there was kind of PC, and they had, like, a lot of competition.
I need to find the quote that somebody said. I can't remember who they were talking to. But somebody brought up something about people not showing up, and they were throwing jabs at, Sony for it. I'm just trying to remember the exact quote. But at the same time, just saying, like, this event should be for us to expose everything that we have to everybody. So we should always have everybody here. But at the same time, man, as a business, you got to remember, dude, you're spending a lot of money.
Well, I feel they knocked it out the park by just having Final Fantasy VII there, because if they did go, well, how big that booth was, like their Final Fantasy VII booth took up like a quarter of the room. Like there's 2 big halls. It took up how they did it. They actually did it like the actual town in Final Fantasy. I forget the name, Vin. What's the name of it with the M? Like the main area.
Midgar.
That whole Midgar.
How did I answer that before the 2 of you knew that?
Well, the whole Midgar, they actually had there. They had the steam coming out the top of the building. You can see Cloud and his motorcycle on the side.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And it was only a PlayStation game you could play. Like, so it was like if they did come, it would probably would have only been that and like Last of Us 2. I feel like they wouldn't have had nothing else playable because Final Fantasy was you had to get a ticket for Final Fantasy 7.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding could have been too. Yeah, you're right. But
I mean, no offense, Kojima, but that should
it
be there
Death Stranding
if they were going to be there.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy 7, you had to get a ticket in line, and then you had to come back later at that time, and then you had to wait in that line for that hour in that time slot. It was ridiculous. Final Fantasy 7, like that was probably the most crowded booth at E3.
Makes sense.
Borderlands 3 was close to that, but the Borderlands 3 booth was stupid because where Borderlands 3 was right next door, Microsoft had their whole building. Like Microsoft had the entire. We already talked about this. The whole Microsoft Theater, their actual building became everything Xbox, and you guys seen the videos and stuff I shared. When you walked in, they had everything. I'd never seen nothing like it before. Like I got goosebumps. Like they did everything green, how they set it up. The organization was real smooth. They had these little competitions like scavenger hunts where they'll say they'll put a riddle in something and say like this monster in this game could be found near here. And like you did the scavenger hunt, and then when you did it, they mark it off. And then when you go to them, they give you a little scratch ticket, and it would say a month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, 2 months of Game Pass Ultimate, a year of Game Pass Ultimate. So I'm pretty much set all the way till 2021 now. Yeah, so it was pretty fun. Battletoads Cal was not playable. You could sit in and watch how the game plays, which it looks really, really good. Like I got what Van was saying. Like the artwork is very, very different from the Battletoads we knew, but how it plays. If you like Castle Crashers, you're gonna like this Battletoads. I put it. That's the best comparison. That's the best comparison.
Like I said, my biggest beef is the animation that they chose, the graphic that they chose for Battletoads, like themselves. Like I have such a beef on the drawing. Like
one thing one of the guys talked about. He said, "You guys watch the Ninja Turtle shows in the past few years," and I said, "I watch all of them on Nickelodeon, pretty much." He said, "You notice how they went from CGI to 2D to CGI to 2D, and now they have like a hand-drawn art style. I haven't watched the new one, but it's Rise of the Turtles. They went to a hand-drawn art style." He said, "We took that route because what you can do in this game as far as them upgrading, they took a Castle Crashers route. That's why I say compared to Castle Crashers. And we know the other Battletoads, their hands can turn into like big, wrecking balls and all that. In this, you can do that, but now you can like literally shapeshift into something, or you can literally like create two big drills or have the power of fire."
But again, like I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with the artwork. It's how they. So me and Kyle talked about this a little bit. My thing about Wind Waker isn't the art style. It's how they drew Link.
Yeah.
It's singly how they drew Link.
It's definitely lazy. It's definitely like a lazy.
So with the Battletoads, it's how they betrayed the Battletoads, like how they made them look. Like the style, like I love the artwork. The artwork looks fantastic because it makes it pop. So I'm fine with that. Just the design.
They have like a squared face.
Yeah.
Almost like a one of them looked like I was playing when I was watching the guy play. My boy Rash. That's not Rash. It's Pimple. He kind of looked like Peter from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Like in a frog form, and I was like, but then when I seen the gameplay, like I was like, okay, the fighting in this is like you can grab an enemy, I can throw him back to Kyle, and then Kyle bang, 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 and then like so they did a lot of like detailing it, but I get what you're saying. Like I don't argue with that. It's just like after seeing the gameplay and how they set up the room too, where you get to watch it, like they got like old pictures all over the place. I was mad because you couldn't take pictures, but they had old things set up all over the place, and like when you're walking by, you can see like they made like replicas of them like huge, and you can see how big the Battletoads would be. Really cool how they did their whole setup, but the game looks dope, Kyle. I'm here to tell you, Kyle. I know you already do, but to continue to have trust in that game because it's gonna be fire, and it's gonna be priced at only $15. So.
Did they say the price?
They didn't say it at E3. They said it in the presentation room.
Oh, nice.
That it was going to be priced at 15, and their time frame is springtime.
Did you know that, Kyle?
I did not know that.
Yep,
15. I'm just wondering if you're supposed to be leaking this information.
I mean,
our show is canceled.
But you know what's crazy?
Van gets a notice from Microsoft the next day.
Well, I was thinking that at first. I was like, am I supposed to be leaking this? But it wasn't like the Avengers. The Avengers, you wasn't really supposed to say nothing about Avengers. But the Battletoads thing's different because with Battletoads they had said that I seen people right after we got out, like Xbox Canada, like they're right outside and they're like interviewing and they're talking about what they just saw. There's YouTube people already doing it, so Battletoads seems like it's pretty safe. But that should be a springtime game for Game Pass, which is big. But to continue Xbox Gears 5, Kyle, I'm just going to tell you, Kyle.
I'm waiting.
Kyle, I've seen some more
of
of
it.
I'm not going to say that about the story because we were told not to. But all I'm going to tell you, Kyle, is
wait, hold on. They straight up told you guys.
They said
no,
you
can't
cannot.
say shit
they
about
said
the
you
story.
can't leak anything about the story. They legit told us talk about the new game mode they got. We can't even talk about the new weapons.
Dude, like we are customers.
I know.
Like we go in here, like what the
I know.
fuck are you gonna do?
I'm like, do they think that all the people that came to play this aren't gonna say something about?
Hell yeah. You know what? You know what I would have done immediately? Like I would have videotaped myself, tagged them in me, videotaping it, and be like, "Hey, I am literally telling the world, like, who are you?"
I have an interview coming out with Xbox Canada about it, where I came out, and before I could continue, they stopped me twice because they were like, "What do you think about the new Gears game?" I immediately went into the weapons that I just used in the new characters. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, how's I supposed to know that? Like, y'all, like I just played the game. You expect me to control my emotions? What the? But they did say no story leaks, so I can't tell you that, Kyle. It's a behind the scenes. But the new game mode is ridiculous, Kyle. It's like a horde, but it's missions every time. So anyone that likes horde without
friggin' what the hell is it?
Escape.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And Kyle, these new enemies, bro. The new enemies. Listen. The Swarm have found a way to use robot tech, and
I did notice that.
They are ridiculous. Like, oh my God, wait till you see it. I cannot wait for Gears 5. It is a Game Pass free game, and if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you get the Ultimate Edition for free with Game Pass. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, and you get the Terminator DLC that y'all seen, so you get a Terminator character in there, which is another pretty dope thing. But Kyle, that story, I'm gonna talk to you about it. That's all I'm gonna say. But
About
Gears
the
5,
story?
yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about the story. No spoilers though. I'm just gonna tell you where they're going.
No.
I'm just telling you where they're going. But yeah, we didn't get to see no multiplayer because they're saving that for the E-League event they're doing. That's coming up soon. So they did not show us no multiplayer. We could not play multiplayer. Only the new mode, and a little bit of the story after. But yeah, Gears 5 Bleeding Edge is my best played game at E3 this year. Bleeding Edge, for people that don't know, is the new game Xbox just announced, made by Ninja Theory, people that made Devil May Cry, that made Heavenly Blade, blah, blah, blah. That game is the Overwatch with Melee. It is Overwatch with more Melee involved. It's the best. I can't compare it. So it's third person. It's not first like Overwatch. But this game, Kyle, and for it to be an Xbox exclusive and a Game Pass game, which I found out something interesting too. The only reason why this game was able to be made was because the budget that they've been getting off of Game Pass, they were able to put money. All the money they make from Game Pass, they put into new games, which is really cool to find out about Phil Spencer saying that. So when we're sitting here thinking, well, what money is Xbox making? Phil had a really good breakdown on how they're doing things and how software is managed. Now I have a different respect because I get what they're doing now. With PC Game Pass coming out, everyone that signs up, even if it's that $1 membership, we don't understand what comes behind that, and we don't understand that how much it helps the publishers for games that are dead currently, games that no one's playing no more. It keeps those games alive. Like, I found out Sea of Thieves is only still alive because people will stop playing, but then another million will jump on, and they're like, okay, now we have enough to add more budget to them, give them more money to Rare, and now they can add content. That's why content in Sea of Thieves is never ending so far. Crackdown they pretty much gave up on. But anyways, Bleeding Edge is going to be that E-League, huge E-League type game. That's all I got from it the whole time. Van is going to have fun running tournaments here for that game. 4v4, there's about 13 characters they start with, and you pick classes. They have healing, they have support, they have defense, they have this thing Overwatch but with swords. That's the best thing I can say. And it's objective based. Stay in the base, cover it. you have a big tank come in, it's taking damage, or a mech. Man, Bleeding Edge was crazy.
So you think it's that good to the point where you can already reassure us that Van's running a Bleeding Edge tournament?
Oh, I think not just Van. I think Bleeding Edge is going to be. When they made this game, I asked the guy when we were done playing. I said, "How did y'all conjure this game?" And he said, "We just took from the best games we love and put it together." He said, "I took ideas from Devil May Cry, mixed with ideas from Overwatch, mixed with ideas from my own mind. Like he got a guy that has a guitar that like his neck opens up and like a snake comes out and it's like a kill. Like the snake poisons enemies. So he just the way they did this and like they loved us so much playing it. They let us when the game was over. There was a line behind us. They loved me and my boys playing so much. They let us do it again. Like they were like, we're gonna let you guys go again. And the people in the line were pissed off, but they were like, oh no, it's for marketing. It's for marketing. It's for marketing because we're recording all this. So they let us do it again because they loved our reactions so much. But yeah, bleeding edge is something special, man. It's something special. And I have a technical alpha code that I can give to 3 people. So I'm gonna give you and Van one, and
Nice.
my other brother that didn't go. So you guys can get a taste of that. That's technical alpha is actually coming up soon. It's the 27th. I think it's June 27th. So I'm gonna send you guys that right away. But Bleeding Edge, and they gave a lot of cool merch and stuff. They gave like pins, they gave socks, samurai socks, and a T-shirt. Yeah, they went hard, man. They was some nice dudes, man. But
Socks is always nice.
no, yeah, no release window for it though. They did say that there's a strong possibility this can launch a side Halo, which I kind of was like, then that's kind of like 2020. That means it's like holidays, which
that's holiday 2020.
yeah,
for sure,
which I understand. If it takes that to polish it, Kyle, I'm cool with that. Other thing was, of course, there was no playable Halo. You guys know that. But they did have a 15-minute booth where they showed off some things from Halo Infinite, like the world, like what they're trying to do, where this one's heading. And I don't want to speak too much on that because I don't want to get in trouble for that. But I will tell you that this Halo is different. This Halo is along Destiny lines different. Like, this is going to be very different than what we're used to seeing for Halo. Very different. We didn't see no multiplayer, but from what they showed us with the other route for the single player and online campaign, it's going to be very different. So, I think that was everything at Xbox. Tunic, Kyle, which is like the little Zelda game. Yeah. It's literally playing Link Between Two Worlds, but with a fox. And that's the best way to describe it. It's literally that.
Very interesting.
Darksiders Genesis, so disappointed. They took the hack and slash element away from Darksiders 1, 2, and 3, and they gave us the Diablo above the top camera, which we already talked about anyway. Not too happy about Darksiders Genesis, so I won't talk too much about that. Madden is the same Madden as it always is. Madden's the same damn game.
I'm not gonna lie. Anybody that goes to E3 to go sit in the Madden line.
There wasn't a line, Kyle. There wasn't a line. People were just walking up to the screen playing and just leaving. They'll play like 1-minute quarters and this was like, it's Madden.
I'm not going to lie. Anybody who stops at the Madden booth just to play, I'd just be like.
Borderlands 3, Kyle, exactly what you would think. Exactly what you thought. Just faster paced and cleaner. And the new character classes are that new girl, the one with the like elemental arms and all that.
The new Siren?
Yeah, she is ridiculous, dude. Like, and we were able to get a cool demo code too for Borderlands 3, which was pretty cool to get. In August, we get to play a little demo, so that was pretty.
You didn't give me no demo code.
I might give you mine because I'm not gonna play it. I already played it. It's the same demo we played at E3, so I'll probably give you.
All right.
Same exact demo, and I had a blast. Like the boss battle, woo! Borderlands 3 fire, just saying. And what was messed up was the first 100 that played got a Borderlands 3 limited controller for Xbox. I was so pissed because I was so pissed because I didn't go to that line, Kyle. I was so pissed. I
wonder if they warned people on like Twitter or something.
No, they didn't tell nobody nothing. They didn't tell no one nothing. And then there was a Sea of Thieves challenge that my brother got. Whoever won the arena battle they had at Sea of Thieves got that purple limited edition Sea of Thieves controller. So he got the purple limited edition Sea of Thieves controller.
Oh.
I was happy for him, and it looks really, really like it's one of the best controls I've ever seen.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, overall, great experience. Um, like I said, I would not go back unless I'm doing what Van just said, where we're there and we're literally hosting, or if I had the $1,000 badge, because it was just that waiting in line, Kyle. Like I'm fine with waiting in line, but when you wait in line to play 4 games in the entire day, while there's other people that are repeat playing the same games, like it just sucks. It really just sucks. Like you had to do or die. It was like you're not gonna see everything, no matter how much you think. Every day is just as packed as the other one. The first day I went was just as bad as the last day I went. Um, so
So let me ask you this then: Would you have a Did you have a better experience? This is the obvious one. Better experience with the one day you went to PAX or this one?
I'd have to compare the one. I would have to compare one E3 day to one PAX day.
Right.
If I did that, E3 was definitely way better. It's just that PAX I was able to get my hands on a lot more. Like at PAX, I was able to do everything I wanted to do in one day. E3, you cannot do everything you want to do in one day. Um, but the experience overall, the booths, how they did the booths, and what you got. Like you got so much free merch, and free. They're just walking by giving you a year off of gold or like competitions and
Yeah.
money prizes and just a lot of big open show floor. But PAX is a lot simpler to get through. It's not as overwhelming as E3 is, but E3's presentations and their booths are definitely much, much, much better. But it's not. It comes down to experience over actually playing the games. If you're going to just play the games you want to play, then PAX would be. But if you want the actual experience of everything, E3 would be better.
Okay. Okay.
So overall, a lot of people ask me, what would you like? They know me for being the rating guy, like that always rates everything. Um, overall, for my experience at E3 in general, I would say that it was like a B. It was like a B experience overall, while my PAX experience was like pretty much the same thing. And I feel like um, it shouldn't be. Like I feel like because what E3 is supposed to be at this stage in life, it should automatically be A plus. But I also feel that Xbox having their own arena, if I was going just off of what I played at the Xbox arena, then
Yeah.
it would have been an A plus because how they set it up. I mean, like the Lego car you've seen them bringing them out on stage. The Gears 5 thing that me, you, and Van was talking about, with like why they had the whole Gears thing where like it went under the stage. People wouldn't
Yeah.
understand that until you're there, because when you get there, if you were in a certain line, you got to actually go under the stage and you were playing in the hive. So like when you're playing Gears, you're actually in the hive playing Gears, which is amazing
Okay.
when you're there. But if you're just watching, it's like, oh, that was No, when you're there, you actually see like the design they put in, and like they have the veins and all that stuff hanging around, and you can see like
Oh,
characters
cool.
wrapped in thinking they're trying to chainsaw through like robotic. So think what's that game we've seen, Kyle? At PAX, the best booth was Days Gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think that, but think Gears under a ground and you're playing the game. You know what I mean? So like to me, those little details mean a lot. But the one thing this taught me, Kyle, is I said, like you just talked about earlier, like you being that Nintendo guy, and if Nintendo had any type of event, I'm sure you would be there. Um, what I come down to is in November, um, EXO 19 will be in London, and I might be going to that because one, it's an all Xbox event. Um, Two, I know what they're bringing to the table. I know all the stuff they got now, so I might be going to that because like if they do it anything like they did at E3, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm 100% okay with that. That's my main system. That's the main thing I play. That's the main one I support. So I would definitely do that. But overall, my favorite thing I seen at E3, my favorite game was Bleeding Edge, but my favorite thing I seen at E3 was the Project X Cloud. I think the project. I sent you guys the video. I don't know if you guys seen it or not.
Yep.
Um, the Project X Cloud was the biggest shock to me to see that our phones and our Xbox controllers including elite controls like the one you got, Kyle. To see that comes together and your Xbox becomes a server, and you don't pay no additional price for this. You just play. If I'm playing Assassin's Creed right now at home and I can't play there, or Red Dead, any game, I'm playing Red Dead, Assassin's Creed, any game, and I gotta leave. I literally put my Xbox on server mode. It becomes a server, and it goes 200 miles. It could cover up to 200 miles just to start in the early stages. 200 miles from the early stages.
That's from your Xbox.
From my Xbox. And go 200 miles. The developer kit they had there, they had ones that are stronger because they're they're obviously giving us the low end. But the guy showed me on his phone, because when you log on your phone, you log in the Xbox app, it shows where your how far you are from the signal. And it lets you know, like, when you get past the ring. It can even work past 200 miles, but it starts lagging a little bit. So they let you know don't pass the 200-mile mark. But the guy showed me where his
200
was.
miles is a lot of miles.
Exactly. And the guy showed me where his was. This guy was, their Xbox that was showing, the video I showed you guys, that was playing from Germany. Those Xbox were playing from Germany. And they were streaming all the way to out here.
That's crazy.
So the fact that it was working
great.
like that, like when you see Halo 5 and you seen Gears 5, I showed you guys in the video, no lagging, no pull, and we played a full death match. We did Halo 5 Team Slayer Arena. We had one team on one side of the table and another team on this side, and we played against each other. No lag, no one getting booted out. I was like, it's ridiculous how good this works. Like, this is game changer. That was my favorite thing, because I'm like, as much as I love the Switch, the reason I love my Switch is because I can bring it on the go. Well, now I'm going to be able to bring my Xbox games on the go, including games on my Game Pass that I don't have the time to play, like a Hollow Knight or whatever game it is. So to me, that was the most amazing thing. And then finding out the attachment's only going to be like $70. You can use your controller, you can use your tablet, you can use your phone, anything that has a screen on it, you can freaking use. So that to me was just like groundbreaking tech, and I was worried the whole time, like, this is going to be glitchy, this is going to be bad. No, it works so good, and I'm just thinking, Kyle, Gears 5, there ain't no excuse for either one of us to not be on now. if you were like, Dre, let's play Horde, I can't be like, oh, you got to wait till I get home, Kyle. No, I can play it in the parking lot. That's how crazy it is. So that was my biggest surprise and what I loved the most. And I loved Xbox setup the most, and what they did with the stage, the Lego car. You had to take, if you wanted to get a picture in that, they had a line that was ridiculous, so I didn't get to get a picture with it, but I got a picture of it. But you got to sit inside, and that thing was really put together by freaking Legos. Like, every single piece of it was Legos, which is insane. Forza's Lego game mode they added, it's pretty cool, but I'm not a big Forza guy. But that was it. Like I said, overall, a B for E3. Xbox itself, I would give an A in there. One, I'm an Xbox guy, and two, their conference, just what they set up, like their plaza was breathtaking. Like, you guys seen the video, I don't have to explain it. Like, they did it like actually being it. I just wish I could have been in that damn room when these announcements were happening. But then all the indies they showed were playable, Kyle. Any indie you saw, they were playable. So I played like majority of them.
Well, that's good.
I got to play the one with the guy, the one that showed the top view, and the guy's wife comes home, and then
oh yeah.
I got to play that game. Van's gonna love that damn game. That's gonna be a game, Van. The one with the husbands, like they look like silhouettes. They like mannequins, and the wife comes home, and then like he pushes the wife, and like
oh yeah, the one 10 minutes.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think it's called 10 minutes.
That game is going to be so freaking good. Like, playing that game was dope.
Yeah, you live the same 10 minutes over and over and over again.
But how they do it, I can't.
It looks really, really good.
I can't even describe it. But their indies, all the indies, like they had a whole side, Kyle, where it was like 900 screens probably, like no exaggeration, and they were all indies. Like so it'll have five. It'll have Tunic, and it'll have 5 screens set up for it. Then it will have the game I just said, have 5 screens set up for it. So they went all out, man. They had a lot of playable things. Like I said, Halo Infinite, I wish there was something playable there, but we know they got to save something for next E3.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they did what I said they were going to do with Xbox. They were going to announce the next Xbox, and they were going to do what they did with the One X. Get people prepped, let people understand there is another one coming out next year. Halo's a launch title. We all know that now. But I don't think that's going to be the only launch title. I think they're going to have a few that go with it. But overall, great experience. I had a lot of fun in LA in general. Can't do the heat. I'm not a heat guy. Van knows that. I don't like heat like that. I'm a winter guy, so LA was fun, but a little overhyped. LA is not as great as people think it is. It's not too much different than Boston. Let's just put it that way. When you live in the East Coast, we're always saying, "I bet over there so much better." The same thing we think about them, they think that about us over here. Because I ran into so many people that are like, "Oh, you guys are from Boston." And they're trying to do the accent too. Like, you guys are from, how's it, Boston? Boston? I'm like, we're not from England. It's freaking Boston. They're like, I always
we're not from Boston either.
Yeah, they're like, I really want to go out there and see. I'm like, you're not missing nothing. So going over there, it's really, everyone, I got so many messages like, it must be a whole new habitat.
Like, calm down, bro.
I'm like, the only difference is it's muggy and you see mountains behind the building. It's beautiful. Y'all see my view. I mean, I had one of the best views out there I could get, but it's the same. I'm convinced now in life, Kyle, that everywhere's the same. It's about who you got with you. You know what I mean? Like, everywhere's pretty much the same unless you go, like, out of country. You know what I mean? Which I might be doing with London, with Xbox. We'll see. So, overall, good time. I had a good time, but unless we're working there. And judging by some of the remarks and some of the comments people were making there, E3 might not even be there. Like, E3 might not even be at the same spot. E3 might not even be in existence, like, in the year or so. Like, all the people were kind of really negative. Like, if you talk to anybody from Microsoft and you're like, oh, yeah, I want to come back here next year, they're like, don't run and jump the gun for that yet. Just keep the E3 app and see what they say. And I'm like, that's kind of shooting me.
Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of like, and it wasn't just Xbox. It was a lot of different people. Like, I was at a Ubisoft booth, and me and my brother was talking about it, and this rep just comes up to us, and she's like, we might be in Houston next year. You never know. We might be. And I'm like, Houston? What the hell y'all talking about? Like, so I'm just like, right now.
So maybe they're trying to think of doing something different.
Yeah, I'm like.
So you mean Houston or Austin?
She said Houston.
I'm about to say that's weird because RTX is coming up.
Yeah, I'm like
Austin.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna see what happens, and I would love to be there with my brothers next year. But I just hope that it's as good as this year or better than this year. Not worse, not nowhere near worse than what it was, but
right.
Overall, like I said, I just wish I could have went in some of them briefings. Bethesda was amazing. I didn't like the games they showed. It was the crowd. Like, Bethesda got some hard. Don't tell them a Bethesda game's bad. Do not ever say that to a Bethesda fan. Like, I had an opinion, and I got shot. Like, I feel like someone actually shot me. All I said was Fallout 76 should be a free game on Game Pass. And like,
oh God, don't say stuff like that.
Yeah, one guy heard
Not
me.
there.
One guy heard me, and then he said, Do you play Fallout? And I was like, I like Fallout. I just haven't played them since. He said, then why are you talking about it? I'm like, whoa, let's calm down, my man. Let's calm down. Calm down. Fallout 76 has been known to be the biggest disappointment, like, ever. And he was like, oh, we're going to forget Anthem? We're going to forget Destiny 2? Then this other guy comes in, and I'm like, there's about to be a fight about Fallout.
Yeah, don't.
He said, did you not just see the Battle Royale they announced? I'm like, I seen it, but we gonna act like 76 ain't bad still? Like, he's like, no, everything's good. I'm like, okay, so they get excited. Them fans, Kyle, I never seen fanboys as hard as Bethesda fans. Like, they thought every announcement was Jesus made. Like, anything they said, they could say, we're adding brightness to this game. You can change your brightness in the new Elder Scrolls. They would have been like, them people were so amped. I'm just sitting in there. Me and my brother were like, they showed the whole dragon chill out like a damn movie. And I'm like, but that's not how the game looks. This guy looked over at me like, I'm not talking about Bethesda no more. I'm just going to shut up.
No, just leave it alone.
But yeah, overall great event. Nintendo fans, I found out, are the happiest fans in the world. Like, I feel like a Nintendo fans, you can hug them and they'll look at you while you hug them and be like, "Aw, I should bake you a cake."
Yep.
I swear to you, because when they announced Zelda, we were all in a big room, and when that Zelda announcement happened, I've never seen people go from happy and hey, yeah, I can't believe because Animal Crossing. I never see people go from that to, oh my god, ripping their beards out and crap. Like Zelda had people doing like I'd never seen that before.
I bet you people were doing backflips when they showed Banjo.
It turned
when they showed Banjo-Kazooie.
It turned when they showed Banjo was just as crazy as Zelda's announcement.
Oh god, yeah.
Though the Fire Emblem one, like people were like, yeah, but when Banjo happened, people were like dying. Like I feel like they did die and just had respirators on standby.
I almost died. Dude, if you saw my reaction when I first saw that, oh my god!
I didn't die because
you would have thought the roof blew off my house.
See, I knew your reaction would be like that, but me and Van had already been saying we knew Banjo was coming, and I kept saying Banjo. And remember, I told you guys years ago. I said to you guys years ago. Phil Spencer said he wants Banjo in Smash. I've said this years ago.
We know.
So I'm like, it's gonna happen. So when I seen Banjo, first when you see what's his name, the dog and the duck, when you see Duck Hunt, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I was like, those bastards.
I was like, this is so horrible. And then I was like, nah,
they did it again.
Yeah, I thought they got us with the Super Lucky Tails, Kyle. I really thought they was gonna hit us with that. But yeah, the fan reaction to Banjo was just as crazy as Zelda. But Zelda ending it like that is what made people like. Some people were like, the girls are just as crazy.
The girls? Oh yeah.
The girls, and then hearing the theories after, like, oh, Zelda's got to save Link this time. That's how I'm like, people already theorizing. Right. I'm like, people already theorizing. The game's like 3 years away.
Can I just say?
No spoilers.
Well, two things. One, Viewy Wall, thank you for the follow on Mixer. And two, people need to stop theorizing on this game already.
Anything.
Literally, we've seen
nothing.
A cinematic trailer that might be in the game, and that's it. We've seen nothing.
Remember when everyone was saying Link was a girl? Everyone was saying that was Link's daughter. I remember Breath of the Wild first came out, and the trailer happened. Everyone was like, "That's Link. That's not Link. That's Link's daughter," because he had the ponytail and the scrunch. I'm like, "Stop theorizing. It's Zelda.
Right.
It's freaking Zelda."
No, listen. I love Zelda. Not more than anybody. There's crazy Zelda fan. I love Zelda. Like, Zelda's one of my top 3 franchises in gaming. But some Zelda fans drive me insane with the theorizing that they do. I want to freaking drop kick them because I'm like, that makes zero. First of all, it makes zero sense half the time when they say it. Second of all, just have you seen the storyline for Zelda? We did a freaking show about the Zelda timeline. Mm-hmm. It's still confusing to this day.
We would never
understand. Don't theorize. It's horrible. Bad idea.
Just stop theorizing. You could say, so when I'm hearing these people's opinions, I'm like, you can say what you want in the game. You can say where this is going to take place. You can say what they're going to add. But don't start doing Zelda's going to have to save Link. Because you just seen a cinematic trailer. And then you hear, Ganon looks different. We don't even know if that's Ganon. We don't have any idea.
People are already saying, wow, look at Ganondorf's look. We don't even know if it's Ganondorf or not.
The only thing we have confirmed yet is there's a possibility of co-op in this game because he said that there was something they were thinking about. We know that the only reason why this is being made because they had too many ideas for DLC, so they said we need to make a part 2. That's the reason why this one's being made. They said there was too many ideas and options for this game. And we also know that Hyrule is going to be added to this game like the old world we are used to knowing is going to become a part of the map. Other than that, nothing else has been confirmed. Nothing else has been confirmed. So, Kyle, my one complaint from Zelda, they're about to add. So I won't have nothing to say about this Zelda. And this might be the one to surpass Ocarina for me. Because if you add Hyrule, then that means we might get temples again, Kyle. That means we might get temples again.
Hey, slow your roll there, bud. That's just as bad as theorizing.
It is. But I have to do it. Compared to what I was hearing from these Nintendo fans, with all 17,000 of them, no, it's not bad. You don't hear, when you're in a line with a whole bunch of people just sitting there on the floor and watching this on a big screen, you have no idea what theorizing is until you have to be a part of that. Trust me.
I'm pretty sure I've heard enough of it in the Zelda community to figure out what they're theorizing.
But overall, like I said, I loved it. I had a good time. I wish y'all was there because, like I said, my brothers, they play games, but they're not hardcore like us three are. Mm-hmm. I really wish you guys were there because there's a lot of stuff that was happening that they wouldn't know or like they wouldn't understand. And it's like they go, you know what I mean, to see, but they don't go with having knowledge of what this is. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense. But like a lot of walking. You think PAX is a lot of walking. E3 is. You need them damn.
I'll tell you something right now. I guarantee you it's probably going to be as bad at West. Actually, East is pretty bad with walking. Well, not too bad, but.
A lot of walking. But at least at PAX you get to move. Like when I was at East, I got to move. And I did go on the first day, so I know you guys always say it gets worse. But I was able to move.
Yeah.
I wasn't standing in line for hours, but
I think you need a full PAX weekend though.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
And I'm gonna get one too.
I feel like PAX and E3 are gonna be two separate things because me and Van have talked about it on the show numerous times. E3 is for the industry people, even though they're letting fans in now. But PAX has always been for the fans.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been all.
Yeah.
You can feel
it's
the difference.
Indie industry.
You can feel the difference. You feel less wanted even how people treat you. It's a lot different. Like you have a big badge and there's orange. If there's orange on it, that means you got the cheaper end. If you have the one that's all white, that means you got the bigger badge. There's certain steps you can't go up. There's certain food places you can't eat. There's certain bathrooms you can't use. Like this joint becomes segregation at one point.
Yeah,
like,
see, so now it's like, it's almost like, oh, you bought the $1,000, so you can get to do this.
Exactly.
This. Oh, but you do have the cheaper one. No, you can't just eat
parties. Like you guys just said at PAX, the parties are even for everybody. But if you want to go, see anything or do anything at E3, if you didn't have that white badge, like this one girl came up to us. It was one girl. Then her other little girls came behind. She was like, "Oh, you guys want to come to a party?" We had our badges tucked at that point. And she gave us the tickets to come. And at this party, they were supposed to be giving out, like, mad stuff and all this. They have free drinks, all that. So we're like, okay, word. But then you know how Apollo is because you know Apollo. He's always got to be the talkative one. So he's like, so what do you do at the party? And then, like, then she seen his badge. And she was like, oh, you guys have those badges. You guys can't take those. Sorry. Take some back from us. She's like, you guys can't go to the back. You have to have the.
I would have been like, thanks, Apollo.
I was like, Apollo, you're
That's when you just run and you'd be like, "Screw you!"
I was so pissed. I'm like, I just gave it back because I don't want to go anywhere.
You know what that almost equals out to? Pretending that somebody watches a podcast and doesn't know how to pretend that they watched a podcast and come up with a fake answer. It's almost as close as that.
Just come up with a fake answer, dude.
Just say, "Oh, you know what? I can't make a decision. They were all my favorite."
You know what's bad? Andre didn't fully get that when you said.
No, I did. I remember when you guys told me about that. Like, that's embarrassing, man. That was so embarrassing.
Oh
dude.
man, yeah.
But they had the other cool thing was your phone. If you have the E3 download on your phone, the app, you'll be walking and all of a sudden your phone start buzzing and it will say, "Go to this booth now. You can get free merch. Go to this booth now. You can get free movie tickets to go see Toy Story 4. Go to this booth now. Get free tickets to see Stuber." And then they had a Lion King one that I missed. They had a Lion King one I missed.
You haven't gone to see Lion King yet?
Yo, how did
It'll
you
come
miss
out
the
till-
Oh, that's
Lion
right.
King
It doesn't
one?
come out until
It'll
July.
come out until July 19th. But they had what happened was LA has advanced screening every day. Like if you want to see a movie early, that's the one thing I give them. I was able to see Stuber. That movie don't come out till July, and that was with Dave Bautista and the Indian guy, where he's in the Uber, freaking hilarious. Probably got comedy of the year. But I was able to catch that one. But then like the next day they had Lion King advanced screening. Right when I was at the Avengers door, it was Avengers door or take that right to go see. I said no. I've been standing here for 3 hours.
He's like, no way.
I was like, no. And you got to bring as many friends as you wanted, as long as it wasn't capped. So we brought our wives, obviously, to see Stuber. But you got man. It was like I said. I wish you guys were there because we would have had a blast. But then they had like it'll pop on your phone. Go to Capcom's booth. You can get an autograph from the executive producer of Street Fighter. I made it to that damn thing. You guys seen the picture of that?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I told you I met him at Red Bull 2 years ago, right? He was there.
Yeah.
And I was staring at it because I'm like, is that him? And I couldn't tell.
He's so cool and down to earth.
He's
like
literally he has his translator with him, and that's it.
He was so cool. Like when I went to go take the picture, I was gonna do a Hadouken. Like I want to take a picture, but I ended up doing one hand because I was holding the back of my bag with the other one. I was like, damn, why didn't I put it down? But he was so cool. Like,
yeah, he's very laid
he
back.
went up, he said it, and I was like, I love Street Fighter. I was like, y'all need to get it back on Xbox because I can't play it on PlayStation. I knew he didn't know what I was saying, but the guy was telling him what I was saying. But he was mad cool, man. He was just like, everything that came up, he's like, playing around with them, joking.
He loves Blanca.
He does.
That
the little
is,
toy.
He carries that with him everywhere. Everywhere.
My brother asked him, why do you like Blanca so much? He said, Best. It's best. Best. My brother's like, but Akuma's like the. He was like, no, best. I was like, this dude loves freaking Blanca.
Yeah, like he absolutely loves it, and I would really love to pick his brain on why.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I might do? Do you do any Street Fighter tournaments anytime soon?
Every Tuesday.
I might give my poster for you with the autograph and offer that up for a prize.
Oh, cool.
With the autograph, because I got two things autographed. I got the poster autograph with the new character they're revealing, which looks ridiculous, by the way. I forget his name, but
you could always do it at Battle Dome.
Yeah, Battle Dome. But autograph poster, and I got my shirt autographed, my Xbox shirt autographed by him. So I would never wear that shirt. I would never. That's going to be sealed for a lifetime. I got a lot of autographs actually, guys. I got the creators of Cyberpunk autographed my shirt. I got Pokemon. The Pokemon Sword and Shield, you get to pick which one you wanted drawn onto your shoulder, like your shoulder on the back of your shirt.
Wait, who did that?
It wasn't no one special. It was just like getting a sword. One of the person that did the art for them, like the design for the game, they would put that on the back of your shirt. So you drop your shirt, come back, pick it up. So I got that. I might be getting rid of that one too. Might give that to Kyle, and a lot of lanyards. A lot of freaking lanyards. I had.
Oh, the lanyards are like a big thing for me. I always try to.
Lanyards are humongous.
I collect those.
I'm a pin guy, and.
Oh, I'm so upset. Speaking of lanyards, this I've had for.
Oh, look who's on it.
6 years.
Look who's on it. That's
right.
That's
and
the
final, is that the Final Fantasy one?
Yep.
He knows. Kyle knows because it's something that.
I know.
But it finally broke. So it broke, but it didn't. Like, so this thing is to separate it, so I can't. I've lost my keys a couple times because of it, so I can't use it on that. So I have it on the side, and everyone knows me with my OCD. I can't have my keys like this. I just can't.
I got an Avengers one I can give you. I got a Marvel exclusive one that they were only given for people that went into that. And I got a folder. That has the Marvel characters in it, which is really crazy. Like, it looks like FBI, like you work for Shield. So when you open it, it actually has like the characters. It has the black and white picture of them. It says what their strength was, their family died, last seen. It's like you're actually investigating them, which is really cool.
So I want to show you a game, and I can't show you on the screen because it's on my laptop. But there's a thing called TMNT Resurrection Palooza, and Jamie just showed me. So an indie company made Rescue Palooza. Did I say Rescue Palooza?
Yeah.
Okay. This game is made by an indie company. Like, it's just a random company. And I don't know if I can get to the game. They made it off an 8-bit or 16-bit. It's 8-bit. Yeah, it's 8-bit. They have every Ninja Turtle from every universe in here. There's over 76 characters
Don't
you
tell
can
me
choose.
and Kyle that. Don't tell us that.
76 characters you can choose.
Kyle, why are you doing this to us?
And it's free.
I don't know. I'm watching this on YouTube.
It's free.
Vin, why are you doing that to me?
Jamie sent this to me at 12 o'clock in the morning. Right?
Well, he's the biggest Ninja Turtle fan in the world.
And I messaged him in the morning. I was like, I don't believe you. And then I tried it out, and it is absolutely incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
I can't show my kids this. They're obsessed with it.
And it's free. It's free.
Oh, man.
I can send you guys the link in the chat. I can't believe I haven't even already sent it yet.
What's this, a friggin' like cell phone game?
No, it's a PC game.
Oh, it's a PC game.
Yeah, you put it on your PC.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Absolutely awesome.
I gotta show my kids.
4 players. I love it. Absolutely love it. So much fun.
Star Wars, Vin, play smooth like we thought it would.
The
Jedi.
new one. Yep.
Yeah, that game. It has a lot of bugs, but they'll fix it. Biomutant, I still don't know when that game's coming out.
They still didn't give that date yet?
I don't think so.
No, there's still no date for it.
There's still no date.
Oh my goodness.
They're gonna end up killing the buzz behind it, man.
They really
Probably
are.
hasn't been killed already.
Yeah. I've already seen people selling their stuff from E3 on eBay.
Yeah, I'm not
I
into
can't.
that.
I can't do something I collected and sell it like that. I would rather give it to a friend or something than just sell it.
Right.
But overall, good time. I do hope that I can go with you guys next year. Like I hope if we go, I hope when we go, I would love for it to be us guys going. We would have a blast.
Oh, you're going, bro.
Yeah, we would have a blast.
Yeah, you're going. That's work. We're putting in
Hopefully,
work.
PlayStation comes back next year, man.
Yeah, I think I can. They're gonna.
We
Definitely.
shall soon see.
I see them.
If there's an E3.
Yeah.
If there's an E3.
So
If there's an, oh my god, I can't believe they said that too. I was like,
Yeah.
if there's an E3, it's like, wow.
I'm sure they probably say it every year though.
But probably, because the rumor's been
Probably.
circulating for a long time now.
So.
I don't see them not doing an E3, especially with Scarlet coming out next year.
Yeah, I mean, even if they didn't, Xbox would do their own event. Remember, like we said, they have their own whole damn theater next door. Like they
Right.
will host everything out their own theater.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience, my good friend?
No, everything was good, man. It was a good time.
So, is there anything else that you want to share, Kyle?
Sounds like an interesting experience. Sounds like it's a lot different from PAX. I
Yeah.
think we've always had that vibe though,
Mhm.
as well. But I guess I just have to go to it
Yeah,
and see what the experience is all about.
it's the best
with
way to put
E3
it.
compared to PAX.
Oh man.
I guess I'm gonna have to,
It's just half.
first world problems.
Yeah. Dang it.
Darn it!
Dang it.
I gotta go to LA, get me some In-N-Out Burger, and go to E3.
Oh, In-N-Out Burger. Gee.
Did you go?
Like I said, I don't want to talk about food because that's.
Yo,
a
did
whole
you
nother-
get In-N-Out
Oh,
Burger?
I had In-N-Out Burger, and
I've never even heard
the
of
hype
In-N-Out
is
Burger.
real.
I don't even know what that is.
The hype is
No,
real.
you've never heard of In-N-Out Burger?
Never.
Man, the hype is real.
Shit.
Never.
Hype is real. They had the best burger. That's probably the best burger I ever had, and they had the best pancakes.
Whoa,
Their breakfast
what?
was probably the best breakfast I ever had.
You just said In-N-Out Burger might be the best burger you've ever had?
Yes.
That's a freaking bold statement.
Well, I mean, I'm not really a big burger guy.
Boneheads is the best burger I've ever had. The cheeseburger burger. Grilled cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. I still gotta go.
It
There.
used to be Kate Katie's, and then I had it at my friend. It's my friend's restaurant, and I'm not being, one-sided here because he's my friend. Like I legit told him, like, dude, you have some competition because Kate Katie's is the best burger I've ever had, and they did it.
I gotta go there.
Kate Katie's is I would highly suggest Kate Katie's. Kate Katie's is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Little place in Plymouth, little tiny place. They added like maybe
Oh, those are the best places.
400 square feet to their place because they got rid of a certain part of the building, so it extended. Like every time you go, it's packed. It's packed. They don't have many tables in there, so the Boston Burger Company was really good, but Kate Katie's is the boss.
In-N-Out.
Oh, that's saying something.
I gotta try that burger because In-N-Out sent me to heaven for a few minutes.
Yeah. Go to Boneheads in Fall River,
Yeah, you need to go get some burgers in your life. Then.
and then tell them I would like the grilled cheeseburger.
Just hearing the grilled cheeseburger sounds illegal.
2 grilled cheese sandwiches as buns.
Yeah, that's not even.
You have- You
I've
make
had
a
those
sandwich
burgers.
out of your sandwiches.
God.
I've had those burgers. Oh my, not those specific ones, but I have like a grilled cheese. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a heart attack.
My brother got
it's lovely.
from E3. They have the food trucks outside of the.
I love
plaza,
food trucks.
And their food trucks.
Ooh.
Are, yeah, their
Tacos.
food trucks are. My God, like
You had the
I'll
grill,
go-
you had the grilled cheese. You had the grilled cheese truck with me that last day, right? It was the last that Sunday, right? You had that, right?
Yes.
Oh, so good. Not the grilled. Was it grilled cheese? Was it the grilled
my
cheese?
brother got
Oh,
a
no, no,
burger.
it's
No,
pork,
bacon
no.
one. The bacon one.
Bacon one.
The
Bacon
bacon
one.
truck. That's what it was. It was the bacon truck. But we got a grilled
literally a bacon
cheese.
truck.
Bacon's my
We got the
favorite
grilled
thing-
cheese.
Bacon's my favorite thing in the world too. So
Dude, there's a company
No.
that sells like gourmet grilled cheeses. Now, there's nothing more in the world that I enjoy.
There is a food truck there though with grilled cheeses, right?
They weren't there. There is a food truck with grilled cheese, but they
I
weren't
thought they
there.
were. I thought I had saw it. I just didn't go because I had been there before.
I don't think. Maybe they did, and I just went with the bacon one because I like the bacon one. I can't remember.
oh my
The
God.
food trucks are my
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Nah, they.
Oh, God,
They
yeah.
are top. You
The greasier, the dirtier, the
Yeah.
better.
Dude, at E3 they had the Mexican food. Like if you like tacos, they have real actual tacos. Their tacos, their quesadillas were real.
Oh,
They were hefty. They had burgers at this one truck. the name of the food truck was the Doctors, and they had all bad names for their food. So they had one called like the cholesterol attacker. They had the heart attack. The heart attack. My brother got it. It was a burger, right? But it had bacon, pastrami, and ribs. Two spare ribs on top. And my brother ate that and said it was the best. I didn't eat from there, so I'm pretty sure if I did, it probably would have been the best burger I ever had. Then my other brother got the it's called the Lyme disease. It had freaking. They actually put limes on it, like they squirt lime, but they put pork like chorizo on it, and they put
chorizo.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, there we go.
You guys are making me hungry.
The
And I didn't
Portuguese
eat
side
yet.
just came out of bed.
I know Van's already hungry. Let me not do this, man. Van's already hungry, man.
Fuck.
I swear, one day me and Van are gonna have a massive debate on which is better, Italian sausage or chorizo.
Oh, chorizo.
Ooh.
No.
Chorizo.
If we start this,
Not
out,
even
I'll
a
lose
question.
it.
Not even a question.
You're right. Italian's way better.
No. Chorizo is way better.
I'm telling you, if
that
we
one
start
emotionally
this, we'll
affects
never
me.
end.
Linguiça is another level of chorizo, and I'd still take linguiça over that.
That's just horrible. That's just horrible.
I take grinded.
Because when people
take
ask
patty.
me, Kyle, what kind of Italian sausage you
I'll
want?
take hot
or
dog
sweet?"
version.
What?
Don't
People
matter.
ask me, Kyle, what kind of Italian sausage you want? Hot or sweet? I'm like, yep.
He said, "Yep."
Yep.
Chinese sausage is better. Just saying.
You're crazy.
You ever eat Chinese sausage, the red one?
I don't care.
We're gonna need a food event soon.
I'm with that, man.
I'm in.
A
I'll take
gamer
the whole
food
weekend
event.
off for it.
Yeah, we're gonna need a gamer event.
I have a guy that works for Vermont Cheddar. He can. I could probably ask him if he can come by and let you just do a whole bunch of cheese samples because everybody loves cheese.
And if you don't, you're not human,
Everybody loves
or
cheese.
you don't deserve to be.
I'm
in the world.
lactose and loves cheese.
Right?
I don't give a damn.
Well, that's it for today, guys. We gotta cut off. I gotta get ready to close up. So,
Yep.
Great having Andre back. I'm glad you had a safe and happy trip. So, next year we will be going as a team. So,
I'm with that.
But that's it for us this week. Next week we will start breaking down certain topics, kind of going away from E3. We'll start getting more into individual games and things like that. So we'll get back kind of to our schedule. So make sure you guys catch us every Thursday. We're on Facebook Live now as well. So we're on my Facebook Live. Eventually we'll go to PCG's, but for now we're on mine. So until next Thursday at 6, we'll see you guys later.
Peace. Drop that flow, Kyle.
No, I'm not. You guys are talking crazy. They came to talk. That's a fool.
So you got something crazy.